Hello, this is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Psychological Health Consultants and Services with my program, Redefining Yourself. This is a program that I developed for women that are thinking of leaving, contemplating, needing education, or have left domestic violence relationships, or are recovering from domestic violent relationship. My particular focus of study in a domestic violent relationship is narcissist abuse. So overcoming narcissist abuse, recovering from narcissist abuse, understanding what narcissist abuse is. Even though the program is developed for women, men go through the same thing that women go through. And I have a lot of men that have begun to join my YouTube channel and that have graciously shared their stories with us and have talked about their experiences with a narcissistic female, which has helped a lot of female, and they've done a lot of encouraging. So I thank all of you kings out there who have come on the YouTube, on live, and you've encouraged the women that were on there, even the comments that you're leaving on YouTube. Thank you so much for encouraging the women that are on the YouTube channel and the viewers that are that read your responses. I really appreciate the fact that you guys were bold enough to share that. Most men won't share the fact that they have been abused as well, because a lot of women, I've had women ask before, they were shocked they didn't believe that men could be abused. Men can be abused, and women can be very, very vicious when it comes to the abuse, and then they fall back on that feminine role. How can I abuse him? He's a big, giant, scary man. Or how can I abuse him? He's a man. So they'll play that female role with you guys. Excuse me just a minute. Let me readjust this camera, okay? Okay, there we go. And so I thank you guys so much for sharing the video. Sharing your life perspective, sharing your stories with me. Let me get myself comfortable here, you guys. I'm sorry. Let me turn the camera around. Okay, let's see. Let me turn myself around here. Oh, you guys see too much of my office. Okay, there we go. One day I'll share my office with you guys. Okay, there we go. So anyway, as I was saying, so thank you guys so much. All the new subscribers that has come on, and joined me, I am so honored. Thank you guys so much, because you could have found any other channel, but you chose my channel to add to the collection of the videos that you have, and I'm so thankful you guys are sending me responses, was sending me emails, telling me your stories, even sharing on YouTube, and asking me questions, throughout the day when I don't have clients and I'm in between taking, doing billing or, writing my notes and everything. I usually look down at my telephone. I try to respond to you guys as I go. I try to respond as quickly as I possibly can. Sometimes I can't. Tonight I have to make the video a little short because I do have somewhere to be. I have to leave the office. It's kind of late. I had a really full load. Normally I would post a little earlier. So some of you guys are going to get the video a little later, but I still thank you guys for supporting me and listening to me talk. So if you have not already, please share the videos. First of all, share the videos. Get the videos out there. Educate people, because you never know who in your family, you never know who your friends, people that you work with. You never know who's going through a narcissistic relationship. For some people, you may think they're in a domestic violence relationship, or for some people, the relationship looks very perfect. But just share the video. You'll never know whose life that you'll touch. There are people that have made this statement on YouTube saying that the ex-wife of the narcissist committed suicide. That's how bad it got. There are people that are committing suicide because of the narcissist, over the narcissist, or the pain that they endure after the discard. They don't understand what they're going through. Narcissist abuse is very, very, very unique. Narcissist is very unique in itself, as opposed to just domestic violence. I can't say just, because it's just as bad, but there's domestic violence, and then there's narcissist abuse. Narcissist abuse is almost evil, but it's really, really bad. And most people do not understand what they are going through and how much residual from that relationship, you're dealing with. Even when you leave the relationship, how long it takes for a lot of people to recover from that. I have people that have said on here anywhere between 10 to 30 years in a relationship. I think the longest someone stated was 35 years. That's a long time to be in a relationship, and you have no clue what it is that you're going through. And it isn't until they started researching or hearing this word and listening to videos, they realize, oh my gosh, I'm married to a narcissist. How do I get out of this? What do I do? And I have people that come in and out of counseling, people that I meet on a daily basis that need help understanding what they're going through. So please share these videos, okay? If you have not already, subscribe. I'm a fast talker, y'all. I don't mean fast talker like I'm a trick you. I talk fast. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the bell so you know whenever I post a new video or whenever I go live. I usually go live on Sundays. I also have a professional Facebook page, Psychological Health Consultants and Services. And as I said in a previous video, we've been having some inclement weather in Washington where electricity has been going out. Some of our internet has been affected in the area that I live in. And so if that is the case on Sunday, then I will be on the YouTube channel. I won't be able to go on the internet on the Facebook, but I will post the video from YouTube over to Facebook so that you can view it later. And for those of you that are on Facebook but have not subscribed to YouTube, please go subscribe to YouTube. Just in case that's the case, I will be on YouTube, and I usually come on between 8 and 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is the West Coast. And I know we have people in Chicago, I think Michigan, 2 hours, Alabama and Georgia, which is 3 hours, East Coast 3 hours, New York 3 hours. We have Nova Scotia in Canada, which is 4 hours, UK, which is I think 8-9 hours, Denmark, Holland, and Germany, Christy. Hey, and also I want to let you guys know, for my followers in Denmark and in Holland, I want you guys to send me, I want you guys to tell me how to say hello or greetings in your language, okay? Let me know what language it is so I don't mess it up, but send me the greetings in that language because I would like to learn that. I know Yobaseo, which is hello in Korean for the telephone, and Annyeonghaseyo in Korean, which is hello to my peers. So, Annyeonghaseyo, for those of you that are watching from Korea. First of all, I'm going to go real quick. We're going to talk about future faking. Someone asked me to do a video on future faking. It's not going to be long because it, unless later on you want me to go more in detail. But future faking, basically, you have to remember you're dealing with a pathological liar. And a pathological liar is going to lie to get what they want at that moment, at that time. It is one of the greatest tools used by the narcissist to, especially if they're hoovering you, if you went no contact with them. It is a tool that they use to get what they want at that particular time. First of all, think about it. When they were love bombing you in that initial idealization time when they were trying to get you, they listened to you. And what happened is you told a lot about yourself. And so they mirrored you so they look like that perfect soulmate. So they use that future faking in that moment in time in which they're trying to appear as the perfect soulmate. If you think about it, you may say that you like R&B music and they're acid rock. They like acid rock, but all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I like that too. And so whatever you say, oh my gosh, we're perfect soulmates. That is exactly what I like. But there's not that they come up originally. If you actually stop talking and just listen to what they're saying, you'll find out that they don't know how to connect with you. They're listening to what you're saying so that they can connect to what you're saying. Then what they realize is you'll talk about the things that you like, the things that you dislike, places you want to go, businesses that you want to build. Talk. You think that you're building rapport. You're not building rapport with them. They don't. At the average person that does not have narcissistic personality disorder or sociopath or psychopath, and have compassionate empathy, we try to connect with people to find our commonalities or find out, things that that I would like to learn, but not for a narcissist. A narcissist uses that as tools to use against you later on. They know how to punish you. They know how to future fake, meaning that they will lie about the future being with you. I had a ex-wife of a narcissist say that he promised her when he was proposing, he says, I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to grow old with you. And, I promise you the moon and the stars, baby. Later on when they were in the devalue stage, now obviously we know that no one can give you the moon and the stars, but later on in the devalue stage, he actually said, I knew what to say. I knew what to say to make it sound romantic, to make you believe that I would do anything for you. Who in the world can give someone the moon and the stars? That's stupid. He said, I knew I was lying when I was telling you that. He said, it would have been different if I would have said, I'm broke, I don't have any money, and I can't support you. He says, then you wouldn't have married me in the first place. Think about it. He just told on himself. So this is how the narcissist is thinking. That's how they're thinking. I'm going to say what it is that's going to appease you. I'm going to say what it is that make you move emotionally or make you respond to me emotionally or make you soft to me and put your guards down to do what I'm asking you to do. I give you another example. When you go no contact, in order when they're hoovering you and trying to get you back, they may say things, for example, like, okay, fine, let's go ahead. Look, you're right, and I'm wrong. And they'll tell you everything that they did wrong. So one of the questions that was asked before is, do they know what they're doing? Think about this for a minute. They'll actually say, you're right. And what they'll say is they'll repeat what you've said to them, or they'll even go overboard and say, like one ex-wife of a narcissist said, you notice all ex-wives, but one of them said is that when I was leaving, what he said is, I know I lie all the time. I lie, I manipulate people, I hustle people. He says, I try to act like something that I know that I'm not. You know I overspend. I know that I'm like that. I know I'm like that. And I know that's the stuff that I do. I'm always trying to get over on people. And just, come on, I'll go to counseling with you. You know, I'll go to counseling. You're right. It's time to get to counseling. I just don't want to lose this relationship. No, he had not secured another supply. So she was about to discard him. I think she did discard him. No, she didn't discard him at that time. And she was going to discard him, but he had not locked in another supply. So he would have been out there like a little kid roaming around by himself trying to figure out who he's going to connect to. And that would have been the ultimate narcissist injury. But, you know, come on, we'll go to counseling. We'll make this thing work. You know, we'll go to counseling. And the thing about it is they'll promise you stuff to make the relationship work, admit to certain things. But then what happens is, and I think he went to counseling with her once, but everything became her problem. You see, so everything was shifted and he projected on her, and everything was her problem, how she was. In the very beginning, it was his problem, but in the end, when he went to one counseling, everything was her problem. This is how she is, and all the focus was on the wife. But after that, he didn't go to counseling anymore. He just did it and make sure that he could secure her and lock her back in place before he went on to be himself again. And so that's what they do. They remember, they lie. They lie about everything. Remember the great illusionist? They lie about everything. They lie about everything to get what they want. They have no limits. They have no boundaries. They have no morals. You know, they lie about everything. They lie in court. They lie everything. You're right. I do need to go to counseling. You're right. I do need to take anger management. You're right. You're right in order to get what you need. You know, you're right. And so that's what they do. You're right until they drop these charges for, I don't know, some of the charges, domestic violence. You know, they're going to go to anger management and batterer's course because, you know, I know this is what I'm going to do to make sure that they see, and, you know, I'm trying to change. I'm a changed person. And then when it's all over with, they stop going because all they wanted was what they wanted at that moment, at that time. That's what future faking is. I'm going to tell you what you want to hear in order for me to get what I want at this moment, at this time, for you not to go anywhere, for you to give me something that I want. That is the whole purpose of future faking. I'm going to fake, I'm going to lie. Basically, you just say, I'm going to lie. I'm going to lie about something in order to get something from you. I'm going to lie that I'm going to counseling. I'm going to lie that I'm going to change. I'm going to lie that I'm going to change. I'm going to lie that I will stop cheating. I'm going to lie that I'm going to stop drinking or using drugs. I'm going to lie in order for you not to go anywhere, in order for me to get what I want in this moment. Remember, they're reactive. They're not proactive. They're reactive. They react right then, and they'll say whatever they think that you need to hear. Anything, you know, and women, you have to stop trying to rush men to get married with you. A lot of times you need to watch them. Number one, those that don't have narcissistic personality disorder, you give them time to grow up. They might be a good man. You know, give them time to grow up. Watch them and see what their weaknesses are. See what some of the things that they need to work on, and let them work on themselves. With a narcissist, you just keep watching. You know, some of you guys have just vowed you'll never date again. Don't let the narcissist mess up your future, because a great man or a great woman could be out there for you. It's just that you're so wounded that now you see everybody as a narcissist. Remember, I thought my cat was a narcissist, you know, so you see everybody as a narcissist. You know, everybody is not a narcissist. Some men just need to grow up. You know, they have not grown. When I say grow, I don't mean that in a negative way. Some men still need to mature. They're not ready for relationships yet. And so they may be self-centered and egotistical. You know, a lot of teenagers are like that. They're kind of selfish, egotistical, you know, arrogant. That's a teenage thing, and sometimes men need to grow out of that. Likewise for women, you know, sometimes women can be catty, you know, and when they're young, you know, sometimes they're catty and they need to grow up. But the longer you watch somebody now with this information, you know, that you have in your repertoire of knowledge, now the way that you look at people is going to be very different. There's going to be key words that jump out. When you projection and gaslighting. Is that what gaslighting is? Or that makes me feel uncomfortable. Go with that feeling. If that makes you feel uncomfortable, back up. Go with your instinct. Remember I told you about I like watching a lot of detective shows. And one of the detectives was saying, I think they're detectives. I'm not sure. I think they're detectives when they're doing like murder investigation and stuff like that. And a lot of times when they're trying to find people, one of the detectives said that, I go with my gut instinct. And I follow through with my gut instinct. And my gut normally does not lie to me. Normally I've solved cases because I went with that gut instinct. Something wasn't right and I went to investigate. Another thing, think about this for just a minute. You have people that are forensic investigators that do like the forensic, they do the evidence, and then you have forensic profilers. They study, or those that study is criminal psychology. I think that's what's called criminology, psychology, or criminal psychology, where they study the behaviors of criminals. They study the criminals, their behaviors, in order to give you the mindset of a criminal. Well, think about it. With these people now that are out here that are talking to you, that are studying the behaviors of a narcissist, we may as well just call it narcissistic psychology, or forensic narcissistic psychology. Maybe we can come up with some courses. But it's the study of human behavior. The forensic or the criminal psychology is the study of criminal behaviors. Why do they do what they do? What is their theme? What are they doing? Why are they doing this? What is the psychology behind it? What is the mindset? What is the behavior pattern of this type of criminal? Well, that's the same thing with a narcissist. Now it's becoming more evident. Now it's becoming more blatant. You see it. And now with this knowledge that you have, you can start looking at people and you start looking at red flags. Was that a devalue? Sometimes we have like go with that because, was that a devalue? Or, if someone asks you out to dinner and all of a sudden you get out to dinner and all of a sudden, I think the term is go Dutch. I think it's go Dutch, where you two split the bill and then you pay for the bill. Well, if a gentleman asks you out to eat, he's asking you out to eat. Why are you paying for it? If he's asking you out to eat, that should have been discussed prior to that. Okay, we're going out to eat. You paying for the dinner? And some gentlemen are like, well, of course I asked you out to eat. But a narcissist, some of them will get you there to dinner, get this wonderful meal, and they're like, I don't have my wallet. I don't have. Okay, boo. I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to wash dishes. You're going to be working here at this restaurant or something. I'll be right back. I'm going to powder my nose. And you call an Uber and get out of there, okay? Ladies, always have some money for Uber. Always have your cell phone, an emergency contact individual. Let a person know where you're going. It's best to go out, maybe double date or something like that, to be safe. And let your friend or whoever you're double dating with, they can be a good judge of character as well. Okay, be safe, because it's not easy to pick up on a narcissist. And sometimes they'll even fool your friends. Hey, this is a great guy. Hey, this is a great girl. She's really an awesome lady, but have someone else that understands narcissism. Have someone else that is on the same level of knowledge as you. If not, hey, watch these videos and tell me what you think. And then when you go on a date, let's go double date so I can be safe. And then, and tell me what you think. Narcissist is not easily, it's not easily seen. People don't walk by with a big N on their forehead. It doesn't happen that way. It's not that easy to pick up. And that's why they're good at what they do. They're good at what they do. And so future faking basically is just lying to get what they want. They'll tell you what you want to hear about your future. Hey, and they'll listen to your goals, your dreams and everything. And then they say, hey, that's the same thing that I was thinking, because I want to do a business. I think we'll make a good team because I like this and you like this. They don't know what they're talking about. 9 times out of 10, that's not what their interest was. They want to be a plumber and you want to be a NASA astronaut. How's that two match? So they'll listen to what you're saying and then they'll come up with like, hey, I've always thought about this, and I thought about, coming, maybe me and you will make a great team, maybe we can work this out. Or, if you go no contact, like, what, I know you wanted to get married. I know I've been procrastinating and I'm sorry. And I didn't realize what I had until you were leaving. And now I realize how valuable you are. And I realize how much I love you because I can't do without you. And just, come on, let's go ahead and get married. Let's get married. Let's do this. Future faking. And then you get right back in the same situation and you're still waiting for the person to get married. I thought you said we're going to get married. Set a date. The date comes and the date goes. Finds a reason why this is not gonna. Okay, the date. Okay, let's push the date out. And you keep pushing this date out, and you guys are still not married. Okay, something's wrong with that picture. You know, future faking. That's what future faking is. So hopefully this has helped you. And I know this is kind of short. I have to get out of here. I have somewhere to go. I have another appointment. I have to get on the road. But guys, thank you so much for supporting me. I'm really, really honored. And this happens because of you guys. You guys send me some awesome questions. Please, you know, whatever you're thinking, whatever is on your mind that you want to talk about or you want me to talk about, send it to me. Dr. Carmen Bryant, DrCarmenBryant @outlook.com. Send me your stories and then let me know if you'd like for me to share it, or if you like to stay anonymous, or if it's just for me. You know, if it's just for me, and then I'll just read it. You know, if it's like 18 pages long, don't think I'm gonna go on and read the whole thing. That is too long. But I do read, you know, the emails that I get. Sometimes it may take me a little while, but I read all of them. You know, even the comments on YouTube, I read them. I try to respond to them as quickly as I can in between clients. You know, a lot of times when I'm doing notes or keeping up with my billing, I'll pick up the phone, I see the comments, I go on the computer, and I respond back to you. And so thank you guys for interacting with me. It really is valuable to me, you know, and it really makes my day. A lot of times you guys asking questions, you know, pull on me, pull on the questions, you know, pull on my knowledge, you know, let me give you what I know. I'm not the only one out there that is doing this either. You know, you have people like Kim Saeed, you have Angie Atkinson, you have Quinn Holiday from Associate Direct, you have, who else? Melanie Tonya Evans, Sarah Speaks. You have all these coaches out here that are doing this educational pieces on and coaching, you know, dealing with narcissist abuse and recovering from toxic relationships. You know, these are really, really good teachers besides myself that teaches this, you know, but you guys go out there, watch these videos, get the information, okay? Thank you guys once again so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse, or my professional Facebook page, which is Psychological Health Consultants and Services. Hit the subscribe and the like button, and then make sure you hit the bell so you know whenever I come on live, whenever I post new videos. I'm sorry I came on kind of late. You guys are going to get the video a little late, but thank you guys so much for the support. Share, share, share. Make sure you share this information with people so we can get this out of here. We got to make a change. We got to make a change in this nation, you know, because, you know, we got to make a change in the court system. We got to help each other out, you guys, okay? Because some people are being re-victimized even in the court system by narcissists. And some of you guys have told me the stories, and they're horrible. You know, we got to make a change. We got to get the information out of there. We got to get the experts talking. We got the people that have been through this. We got to get you guys talking, okay? So thank you guys once again. As my friend always says, go and be great.